Hey guys, so I am starting to edit the November 4th to November 17th vlog now. Sorry it's late. I'm also looking down at my notes if I'm looking down. Not my notes, the actual clips of footage I have. This past couple of weeks have just been insane. I did take kind of a week off from vlogging just because I had to catch up on work, and just everything has been changing. So this vlog starts out with Friday, November 8th. Earlier that week I hadn't really done too much, just homework and studying and catching up on sleep. Friday, November 8th was my school's graduation ceremony. So graduation is once a year at HKUST, and it's smack dab in the atrium. So to get to classes is a little bit of a hassle. During this time, there were lots and lots of students and parents and family and friends, so it was crazy. In addition to that, there were a lot of protests going on at my school and during the graduation ceremony, and I heard that on Thursday, the day before, it even interrupted the ceremony. Now, Friday is it is a monumental day in the events of what's happening in the Hong Kong protests, and I'll get to that in a second. So there were press at my campus, as well as many students protesting, and I actually had class that day, so I went to class, and then my friend Catherine and I went out to lunch. We went to this really cute cafe and got really good pasta. I was craving pasta, and then afterwards we went to a dessert place called Teawood, and we got a black charcoal stuffed toast, which was good. It's not as good as the place in Boston, we'll have to say. So while we were out, we got emails saying that all classes were canceled, graduation ceremony was canceled, and a student at HKUST had passed away. The student, his name is Alex, he was found near a parking garage, and unsure of what the details were, but he was found unconscious, and it had been assumed that he had fallen off of the third story. Now, on Friday, it was announced that he had passed away, and that's where the craziness had started, where the graduation ceremony was canceled, classes were canceled, and this is where these clips of what campus looks like comes in. The second clip here of the campus being empty, this was Saturday morning when I walked out, and I hadn't really seen any of this because I kind of just went straight to my room after Friday, after coming back from lunch. So on Sunday, my friend and I went to the Big Buddha. I hadn't gone to the Big Buddha before, and it's all the way on Lantau Island, so pretty far away. It's kind of where the airport is. It took us 2 hours to get there, which there was such long lines for even just a shuttle bus, not even taking the cable cars, which a lot of people like to do. They had feral cows, which was really fun to see. There's cows lying around. And it was just beautiful. There's the Po Lin Monastery, and so you could walk through the monastery, see the temples, which was really nice. You can also eat at the Po Lin Monastery a full vegetarian meal, which is what my friend and I did. It was really good. And then we walked through the temples. The temples were beautiful. You could see a lot of color. There's, I think, 10,000 Buddhas in one of them. And in this part of Lantau Island, there's also the Wisdom Path, which you can see here. It's a bunch of tall wooden pillars. all inscribed something in Chinese. I'm not quite sure. I didn't really I wasn't able to read them. So here's that, and then we walked up 200 and something stairs all the way to see the actual big Buddha. And it's really impressive up close. There's actually like a little museum inside, so if you eat a meal, it's included in the ticket to go inside and look at the museum part. And here's a little bit of that. Afterward, we went to the like touristy town. It's not really a town. Basically the tourist trap nearby, and walked through there. That was cool. I got green tea ice cream popsicle, which you can see here. And then my friend and I, we took the Nongping cable cars all the way back, and here's some clips of that. And we timed it just right to catch the sunset, which was so beautiful. After Sunday, even like throughout the whole weekend, there was a lot of protests going on, and ended up having Monday classes canceled, so I don't remember doing anything actually. Tuesday, classes were also canceled, and students were starting to get worried about like, are we gonna have class? I also had a presentation supposedly on Wednesday, and we were just like, well, do we do it? Classes canceled Monday and Tuesday, so we didn't know quite what's going on. I also had spent the whole day in my room, so on Tuesday I hung out with some of my friends, and we were just playing card games and making one of the guys that we were hanging out with eat really weird food. So here's a clip of Catherine making some new creation of some sort.
Seaweed. This is fresh. It's Okinawa. You might not know this is a really special region of fusion. Precious snacks. And then we take our apple jelly, high quality stuff, and then we just kind of unscrew it. Now, yeah, this part is tough for a lot of amateur cooks, so pay attention to the technique. Like so. And then, my American friends will know, a dog will do ya. So you just kind of lightly spread that around. And bon appetit.
Wednesday sprint done. Classes were also canceled, and so I did like some homework, but basically stayed in bed all day. And here's little clips. They had like a little dog support meeting, and so here's little clips of the dog. After hanging out with the dogs, I went and played some mahjong.
Yes, that's what I am coming to right now. Usually you just draw from the...
By Wednesday, the classes were canceled for the rest of the week, and the protests had been getting worse. The school had declared that exchange students would be allowed to go home, and they would be able to finish their studies online. And this only applied to exchange students. But quickly, exchange students were booking flights and packing up and going home. So it was a stressful time because things were ramping up, especially at the Chinese University of Hong Kong, which had it was a very tense situation out there. By Thursday morning, we had received news from the school that the rest of the semester would be hosted online and all students could go home. And so all the courses, all the material would be online, and students didn't need to live on campus anymore and didn't have to come to campus. And in fact, no face-to-face classes would be had, so their campus was also essentially closing, but students that still wanted to stay here could. And then the International Students Office, I don't actually know what office, they reached out to us and saying all international students can stay in a hotel for the weekend, which don't really know why. There was supposed to be a big thing about the 7th day of someone passing is usually a day of like remembrance, and there's usually a visual. And so there was a lot of rumors that something big was gonna happen on the Friday. So I was like, yeah, why not? Like, it's a hotel. It was a nice hotel too. It was like a 4-star hotel, giving it to us for the weekend. Like, get to sleep in a bigger bed and get to go swimming. There's a gym, like outside of campus. Like, why not? And it's all paid for, so I'm gonna go. So that's what we did. So here's clips of the hotel. And for dinner, we went out. We ended up at a hotel in Aberdeen, and we walked around and found this little food market that was open kind of late at night, and got some Thai food. And there was also like a rooftop garden as well, which is what this is. And then here's a little tour of the hotel and the hotel room, and going into Friday. Sleepover! So this weekend I had plans to go to Macau, and Friday morning woke up early I was supposed to talk to my dad because I was going to talk to him about the situation at school, but I ended up FaceTiming Julie, which was super nice to talk to. And then I went out to Meifu, which where my friend Anna lived, and I was going to hang out with her and Catherine for the day before going to Macau on Saturday. Anna's family took us to a really nice Chinese restaurant, and we got Szechuan fish and dumplings and this little dessert thing. We also walked around the shopping mall where the place that we had lunch was at, and I got my mom the durian that she's been wanting, the dried durian. We also took a bunch of photos near this flower wall, so here's a little bit of me fooling around there. The durian place was so fancy. And then we also walked to a mall that was right across the street, and it was so, like, it was ghetto, but it was really fun. It made me feel like this is the kind of mall that I would expect to see in Oakland. Like, this is the Southland kind of mall that I'm used to seeing. So we got food. There's like this little fish pond where you can pay a certain amount of money, and it's like a game where you have to fish for the goldfish, and if you get a certain amount, they'll give you a prize. And it's really hard to fish out the goldfish because they give you essentially a paddle, like not even a net. And then after the mall, we went to a park that is near Ada's house in Meifu, and it was just huge and such a gorgeous park, and I'm so jealous that I don't live nearby this park. They had a skate park in it, and they also had this beautiful garden in like a traditional Chinese style. So at this park they had little rocks that you're supposed to walk barefoot on, and it's supposed to like massage your feet, but it's really painful. It like felt like Legos. After the park, Catherine, Ada, and I went back to Ada's house and we got hot pot for dinner, which I love hot pot, so I was excited. And then we walked Ada's aunt's dogs for the night and then headed back to get some sleep before an early morning. So in looking at the time, this vlog is already a little long, so I've decided to split week 12 into 2 videos. I'm gonna put our Macau adventures into a video for week 12 part 2, and that's gonna be a whole adventure in itself. We did so much stuff. And I think in that video I'll talk a little bit more about what's been going on with school and like Hong Kong and why I'm still here, I guess. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and feel free to like ask me any questions, reach out to me, put questions in the comments, text me, email me, whatever. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.